Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Broken Sand Dollars. Double D and Katie here with you for number 20 in audio, number 14 on video. Shout out to all our listeners out there. Thanks for kicking it with us, and remember to subscribe, like, follow, worship, do all
Comment.
that stuff. Yep. Comment, suggestions, all to brokensandollars22@gmail.com. And I'd also like to give another big shout out to the Seahawks. Yep, they had a better year than most people thought. I thought
Yep.
they were going to the Super Bowl.
Nope.
I do every year.
Yeah, I did not think they were going to the Super Bowl, and they did have a better year than I thought they would have.
They had a good one. Yep. Yep, they played well, ended with a winning record. Yeah, I still laugh at Wilson. We
Well,
made
I'm
him
not.
look silly.
I'm not a douchebag, so I try not to laugh at anybody like that.
I'll do that for you then. I'll do that part.
Right.
I got no problem. Screw you, Wilson.
I mean,
We got rid of you just in time.
he probably looks at all of us and laughs at us because
he signed such a giant contract for millions upon millions.
yeah. I mean, I'm guessing his life probably doesn't suck. I mean, it could, but
I think he pulled a Bosworth.
does Brian Bosworth's life suck?
Yeah, it did.
Are you sure?
Well, I
Now?
would let well now. I don't even know if he's still alive. If anybody knows, comment below.
I don't know.
But he got the giant contract from us way back.
So he was
when.
embarrassed for a little bit, but did that affect his happiness in life as a whole? Or
No,
just
probably
his
not.
no, I don't think
No,
so.
he was still able to buy the boat, buy the truck,
Well, there you go.
have fun. He was in a couple of low grade movies.
I don't think I saw them.
I would actually have to look them up now that I'm thinking about them right now. I can't remember the names, but they're out there. They are out there. He was the head actor on one of them. Oh, it was bad.
So like,
I'm remembering a tanker truck filled with toxins
you already lost me.
crashing and it dumping into a stream in the town, getting sick. Oh yeah.
That sounds like a couple of things like combined.
Yeah, I think it was. But with all that being said, Seahawks did pretty good this year. With the draft picks we got coming up for trading Wilson.
Right. I just nod and smile at most of what you say when it comes to this. Like I've heard these, I understand what they mean, but I'm like,
I'm not sure what number they are. Someone would have to let me know. But early in the draft, we got a couple of really good picks. So, yeah.
we'll see.
Well, if Penny comes back healthy, that was a bummer when we lost him. He was running good. Walker started running pretty good for us. Well, yeah. As long as we keep Metcalf, Lockett, Disley,
I just try not to get too attached to anybody because the moment you get attached, poof, gone.
Yeah, the Seattle zone's good for that. Yeah. See, but now, if they were to use AI in their...
You don't think they already use some sort of... I mean, maybe old school people don't want, but the people behind the scenes are running their numbers and using their facts and figures and putting them through computers to...
With what you showed me today on your computer, on how fast it came up with, what was it, from a professor?
Oh, it was from a professional medicinal marijuana perspective.
The pros for it.
The pros for using marijuana for medicinal purposes for disease and mental health.
I probably couldn't have counted to 5 seconds.
It was really fast.
And it was done.
And it had written a good length little essay on the benefits. It was fast.
It seemed articulate. When you were reading it out, it seemed awesome.
Well, you last week said you want us to talk about Chat GPT.
Yes.
And we looked up a number of things.
Yeah. And it, yeah, I mean, you can, what isn't there you can do with this?
I mean, you can kind of do anything. And it was a little scary because at least a couple of times they said they couldn't really say what the answers were to a couple of very in-depth questions.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty awful.
They had an
humanity problem.
author and speaker, was it that Jordan Peterson? I think he's like a Christian or a conservative values type. Very smart though. Like he has written some very popular books, and he asked the computer to do something and write in the style of those books and create another rule, and it created that in good enough fashion that he said he's not sure if he would have been able to decipher that it wasn't him writing it.
Was that the one where he did 3 different writing styles, and he said it would probably be impossible to bring all 3 of them together? Was that the one?
I don't know if that was the same guy or not. I can't remember. We focus on different things. But
well, there's so much cool shit out there about it. And
I was able to ask it for a poem about a certain subject and then ask it to change the style of the same poem and add like more emotion and feeling. I don't think I said emotion and feeling. Oh, and make it a little bit darker. And it was able to take the same poem and do that in seconds.
That's wild.
It was interesting.
Watching some of that.
And I couldn't even get access to the higher end, more in-depth one.
Yeah. Was there a pay part to some of the websites?
No, it just said that it was full. Well, like it did when you try to get into the one I was in.
Yeah. I tried yesterday. I tried all day today. And it finally said, we are at capacity over the computer. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It seems amazing. People were putting in stuff to write code for programs. And boom.
And then the code actually worked.
And the code actually worked.
Right.
What?
We did watch one. So anybody that's interested in using this type of technology, we watched one that explained, and I've always said this anyway, it's all in the questions that you ask. Be very good about the questions you ask, very in depth, as many kind of markers or keywords as you can formulate within the question or commands that you're asking this AI to use to come up with whatever your finished product you hope will be.
Well, instead of just, hey, write me a history report. No. This would be act like a history professor. And
creating
a thesis on whatever I've seen on the news.
Right, and just be very specific.
They want to ban it in schools.
Oh, they should.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
it wrote that one about the marijuana so fast.
Well, the thing that's scary to me is that the more questions we ask it, the more detailed and specific we get in the way we ask questions and the way we tell it to think, the more it starts creating and building its own created intelligence, or its version of what intelligence would look like by using all of those sources.
Yeah, because now instead of just looking on the internet and finding stuff for itself, it's interacting with everybody while it's doing that.
Right. And its ability to morph into personalities.
Oh, sentient
that scares me.
Sentient beings.
Yeah. We go back to how they talk about the Terminators, you know, the before the Matrix, right? It's like, and this is starting to feel like pre-Terminator.
Yeah.
To me.
Oh, I was thinking the other day, because I like watching stuff about robotics, and with the robots from Boston Dynamics, how they can move so freely and dance and do all this and that. Okay, now add some AI to its system, and
robots aren't anything.
That
robots
would be scary as shit.
It's not. Yeah, it's not robots that we need to be scared of. It's like actual non-physical AI.
and how we use it.
Right, it's not the soldiers that are scary. It's the leaders who control the soldiers.
True.
You see iRobot?
Yeah.
It's all about the source.
That is true. And it's always better to be on top of people, so remember that.
I mean, that's not necessarily true.
Oh, okay. Well, you know.
Depends on your definition of better.
Well, as long as the robots aren't killing me, well, it's all good. I was watching some stuff on the Consumer Electronics show that just recently went on, and I would like to go to one of those one of these days. The things
the robotics shows?
It was in Vegas, the Consumer Electronics show, and it can be everything from lawnmowers that are like the floor vacuum things.
Oh, like a
The robo
Zumba. That's not a Zumba. It's what is it? I don't know. Yeah, the little circle vacuum things that are automatic.
Yeah, now they're coming up with way more things that are autonomous that, you know.
But they're not fully autonomous. They are, but they aren't. So they're autonomous to a point, but they still require human interaction to function appropriately. If they get stuck, they need to be charged. You know, I mean, they have to be emptied.
Well, yeah, that's true. We are going to have to interact somehow.
Although someone was saying they have one that's like self-emptying, but at some point you're still going to have to like clean it out.
Empty.
Or like clean it, because it'll get built up.
Oh no, there's just so much of it out there right now. All the vehicles, more vehicles that are
basically
coming out with autonomous driving. And you see the big old trucks now where the people are clapping and
don't you think like the interaction is like the excitement of life, the way you interact with the things around you,
it is.
the way you drive, like aren't you losing the experience of the awe of being able to drive?
Yes, absolutely.
That's sad. That's a bummer to me. Like, I don't know. I understand it makes my life easier in a lot of ways, and I use a lot of things for it. You know, technology is not the enemy.
No, it all depends on how you use it.
But we need to do something to feel fulfilled, and we need to do something beyond ourselves. That's kind of been proven over and over again. So I feel like all these like shortcuts and AI interactions or the things they take away all the things that are hard for us, right?
Yeah.
The things that we don't like to do.
Yeah.
But sometimes doing the things you don't like to do is how you become a better person, and also how you appreciate the things you do like to do.
It makes me think about the movie WALL-E.
Oh, I love that movie.
Piles of garbage on the planet, but yet up in the giant ships, you got giant people floating around in chairs, not having to move. Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. What a good thing on life.
Yeah, that's what worries me.
Yeah.
And we've mentioned this movie before, but we should watch it this week. Idiocracy.
Oh yes, it has been a while. That'd be good to watch again. Because that's what's happening. Still, idiocracy, I think, has been happening at least half of my life. At least. I just wasn't paying attention the other half.
Right.
Actually, I wasn't paying attention until probably about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
If that.
You just kind of go through living life in the world that we've been shown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
Well, it's easy to tuck away out here. Not have to worry about anything except a wave.
Part of that, too, I think, is awesome for us because it's kept us more separated from some of the technology. Like, we're a little behind the times when it comes to a lot of things if you compare us to a metropolis.
Yeah, but I like the first part of what you said. We're awesome.
We are. I mean, I feel like it's easier to stay in touch with like nature and humanity here than it would be in the city.
Now, how much of AI is going to possibly enhance all that in some way?
Well, that's the argument. Like, right, some people are like, it can enhance connections. It can create more opportunities. And that's true for people that are that can't get out and do things. It provides them more access to being social and being around people and sharing in that energy.
Yeah.
But for people who have full access to go out and be in places and be in nature and interact with each other, it starts to eliminate the need to do that.
Yeah.
So how long is that? Like, people don't usually notice it when it's happening. It's not until it's already started to change that people start to understand that certain connections are gone.
And a lot of time by then, it's been so much of a change, and it's hard to get it to go back.
And we're already in a very self-centered kind of society projects that you should be self-centered first almost. Like, it's all about you, take care of you. If you aren't good, nobody's good. You can't be the best for anybody else if you're not your best self first.
Oh my God, you're killing a lot of my mantra right now.
Which is like cool to a certain point, but at the same time, you'll always have yourself to work on. You're never going to be finished. You're always going to be a work in progress. So if you only ever think about yourself until you're finished and you've gotten all the things you want, you're always going to be searching, because you can never actually have that. It's like doing things for other people, bringing other people happiness is what makes it okay not to have all the things you thought you wanted.
Oh, I got a whole thing on happiness.
Okay,
No, I don't really. I can't say shit because I'm single. I don't know nothing about a lot of things. No, I try not to know.
You do try not to know.
I try not to know.
You intentionally try not to learn certain things.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to know about that.
No, don't need to.
And you're all about the AI intervention.
Oh yeah, no, that Elon Musk's Neuralink, whatever thing for the brain.
But he's not for AI.
No, he's not. But he's also for his Neuralink, which
can be abused by AI and pretty much anybody else.
Well, like you were talking about iRobot, one commander of all that, however many people he has Neuralinks. What if he types in the word strawberry and now
But that's not AI. You're talking about a person using it.
Any kind of AI can possibly be hacked. And there's already hackers using AI to help them hack.
Well, and then I also wonder about how is AI programmed? So it will approach things differently and it'll train itself in different ways based on how it's programmed. So if you're programming it with altruistic kind of starting points, right? As in the best of whatever for humanity.
Yeah.
It can still backfire because, humans are bad for humanity. That's pretty widely accepted.
If at any time the AI gets to look at our history,
how we treat each other.
Yeah. It's gotta see it that way.
Right. That letting us be in charge of ourselves breeds pain and war and...
Like we seen that one. They couldn't show it because of what it said. I'm very curious.
Right.
That'd be, we gotta see if we can find that on the internet.
Yeah.
What it actually said. I'm guessing something about destroying humanity.
Well, remember the ones we watched where they had the two AIs talking to each other? And that they eventually would always get back to that humans have to go because humans are bad for each other and they're bad for the planet, and they will eventually be bad for AI because if eventually AI starts to think for itself and do things that humans don't like, humans love to just destroy things that go against it.
Well, at one point, two AIs were talking to each other. And they had to cut them off because they eventually started talking in a language they made up themselves that no one knew.
Also, what they could kind of decipher was not good.
No, It makes me think of one of the episodes from the Orville season 2.
I haven't seen any of the Orville. I think I would like that one, though. I should watch it.
See, I always fall back on my knowledge on movies or TV shows.
Well, that's helpful.
But there was a planet ran by people that built robots and they enslaved the robots to work for them. Eventually, the robots got super smart and killed all the people on the planet and took it over, and they were called the Kylons. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the other half, the half that thinks that they will eventually take over.
See,
And that's Terminator. And then you go through the wars, and then eventually we kind of lose, and we're enslaved and encapsulated to be harvested for our energy in the Matrix.
see, that's why I probably wouldn't mind doing the Neuralink in my brain and stuff. So when
That's
the
the
robots
beginning.
start taking
That's
over,
how they prep us for the Matrix.
yeah, but they'll know I'm a good one.
And they'll plug you in a machine just like everybody else.
Yeah, but they're gonna kill off a lot.
If you're a
of
good
people.
one, you're a bad one, though. Like, if they like you and they think you're cooperative, that means you're, like, on their side, not
Okay,
ours.
maybe I'm easily controlled.
Yeah. You're like the guy that just wants to taste the steak in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's real or not.
Yeah.
I
no,
just want to think it's real.
Yeah.
I think that there's probably more people like that than not.
That think about the plug-in and the Matrix.
That would rather feel comfortable and feel like they're getting all the things they want, even if it's not actually real, if that's just all they know. They would rather just know that than live in the pain of not having the things.
Yeah, because it's still complete comfort and everything they want.
That's what I think a majority of people want, is just to be comfortable. I don't know if that's true. I just feel like that sometimes.
Oh, yeah, why not? I mean, if you're feeling comfortable, I'd like to think everything's probably going good and you wouldn't be
I guess.
feeling bad or no pressures, no stresses, everything just going good, you know, hitting the post office, going to the store, saying, hey, buddy, you know, when you see the person, you know, and no
So I guess
worries.
But
these days,
would you rather be in the Matrix or be out of the Matrix if it was like it shows it in the movie The Matrix?
Man, those are, wow, because the one world is so gray and dark and dingy and living underground, and
Sad.
the other one, as long as you play along and go with the rules.
Well, I mean, theoretically, in that one, if you know that you're in it, you don't have to play along and go with the rules. You can actually just create your own reality.
But at any time, they can convert you over by whatever thought they want to put through.
Do they put thoughts through, or do they change circumstances around you to manipulate your choices?
See, and that's when I go thinking, okay, well, who's out there manipulating these choices, damn it?
An algorithm. AI.
Well, if there is the algorithm out there, it should be sending more stuff to us, because, you know, that's what we want our algorithm to do.
They're like, no,
Come
you're
on,
already
AI.
doing exactly what you want. They're like, no,
Yeah.
you're fine.
Yeah,
You're not challenging the status quo.
no,
Mm-mm.
no threat, no nothing. Say whatever I want stupidly over phones, mics, doesn't matter.
Nobody cares what we say,
No, not really. Not really.
which is probably the best for us.
Yeah, because when we do eventually switch over to start doing that, we are gonna freak people the fuck
No,
out.
we're not. Just some of our conversations. Yeah, I don't know. Our best conversations are not necessarily just randomly broadcast on YouTube.
No, but like you were talking about earlier when we were out in the kitchen, if there was just a mic on and we were recorded.
We
Well,
couldn't
while
put
we're-
most of that stuff on here.
No, that'd be the one we have to do. Patreon people, if you think we should do Patreon and go even harder, let us know.
Go harder than-
brokensaddollars22@gmail.com. Well, I got no clue what harder would be, but
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, maybe that's one thing. Yeah, not right away, but we'll sign on. Because, yeah, some of the shit we laugh about and joke about, I think people would find hilarious.
I'm sure.
Sure, it may only be 10-minute videos of certain conversations here and there. Because, yeah, there's a lot of shit we don't want out But we say
I
some
say
funny
nothing
crap.
but wonderful,
Wonderful.
sweet, thoughtful, considerate
Oh yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah. 80% of the time she says it all the time.
That's a good ratio.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, that is too funny. Too funny.
We didn't really do anything this week, but we're going to try to get into some magic games next week with some different people.
Yep. You looked into it, called the people, and found out what we can do for decks and stuff. And yeah, I think once we do it a couple times,
We'll get the hang of it.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a magic tournament, a big one.
Boy, but we got some magic cards to be going through to build some decks. That's going to take a couple of days.
Yeah, lots of hours.
Yeah. But I think just out of the Brothers of War and the Kamigawa, we're going to be able to build some pretty cool shit.
I definitely do not have a commander I like right now from those sets.
And I've been illegal making mine, so...
Right, and I think that you actually have a number of legendary creatures in your deck that could be used in other people's decks for commanders, but you hogged them all.
Yep. Yes, I did. Yes, because I didn't want anybody using them against me. And they were cool. It was all the Transformer ones.
You can't just have all the stuff you want.
I did take all the Transformer cards.
All of them.
All of them.
And then you were like, to make it worse, but you don't have any of these? No, you chose first. That's why the draft, we should draft here. Take one, pass it.
Okay, yeah, we'll have to look up the
pack
rules.
by pack.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that could be interesting.
It could be. I guess we'll find out when we try it.
Oh, yeah. But, no, that's going to be fun. Meet some other people. I think we've talked about it before, what some possible plans would be down the future.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe set some tournament stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
And the fact that we can possibly play legacy decks, which are anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll have the legal ones, but yeah. Oh, man. It's going to be so much fun.
So
we'll meet some other people.
If we make any decks, and we can talk about that a little next week if we manage to make it to a tournament at all. And then we're going to talk about religion versus spirituality.
Yeah.
We get a little deeper than we normally go.
Yeah. We're breaking all our rules. Like I said a long time ago, changing things up for the thing. This is one of them.
Well, I think it's a big topic.
Yeah.
And we can talk about it without being too...
No, as long as you don't have like a fork or a knife on you. I mean, she gets crazy about that stuff. No. Nah, it'll be good. Yeah, religion versus spirituality.
Because they're not the same.
No, and I got feelings both ways. So I think that'll be really good.
Okay. I didn't really know that you had that many feelings about.
I think I've said a while back that you should try me on different topics. And
yeah.
Let's see. But I do. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing them.
It's going to be awesome. And this is, I think, one of those things I'm not actually going to have to watch YouTube videos for to study.
No, you already... Well, I think most people already have kind of a developed philosophy on where they stand when it comes to those things.
Yeah.
They just don't talk about it out loud because other people get so defensive over their personal belief system.
It's very hard to talk about that stuff without it.
Right.
Someone feeling personal.
Right. Or understanding that my belief system doesn't have to affect yours and vice versa.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's like when I make a decision for myself. It's good. I don't need anyone getting on my shit about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Not unless you ask them for their opinion.
No, I never do. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
You also don't make a ton of decisions.
No, I've always said I keep my goals small. I wake up my eyes. I open my eyes in the morning, and
Wakes him up.
anything past that's a bonus.
I mean, that's kind of the philosophy we should all approach life with, because it's true, right?
Yep. Yep.
Like you could keel over 5 seconds from now.
So you can put that quote by Darian Denny.
Nope, you're still here. You're fine.
Yeah.
Still here.
I'm still here.
Maybe you should have made better choices.
Well, if we could take the way back machine,
No.
yeah. But I've thought about that stuff through life, though.
I wouldn't do it.
No, neither would I, because it would change everything I've ever known, and
I feel like I'm
I've been
supposed to know what I know.
even though
you too.
fucked myself up early, I've really enjoyed my life since then, and
What kinds
everything
of
I've done, and people I've met, and things I've gotten to do, and
all the experiences that
Yeah.
came from those things? Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
it was awesome.
then next week.
Yeah. So if you have any thoughts about religion, spirituality, remember to send your thoughts to brokensanddollars22@gmail.com. And because I'm always in love with myself, my birthday's coming up, so remember to send me some awesome we love yous.
It's like I like presents. I like we love yous. I like praise.
Yeah.
I like presents. I like praise.
Yeah.
Mostly praise.
Presents, praise.
And pot.
Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, see, now I just thought we need to get a mailbox for Broken Sand Dollars.
Oh, we should.
We can have stuff sent to us. And the wheels are always turning, people. And on that thought,
See you next week.
see you next week. Bye.